right, everybody, welcome in, welcome all to the Tales from the Trip live stream. Just checking if I can hear myself. Oh gosh. Oh, I can. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Okay, I was panicking over it because the Discord audio was not, connecting. It was kind of just pissing me off. But here we are. Here we are. We're square. We're out of here, bruh. We are going to see who's going to be the top fan today. I just added that feature in. A new feature by YouTube. Pretty cool if you guys comment. Now, don't overdo it or nothing. Don't be like comment just a comment. I mean, I love seeing the comments, but hey, oh, it goes in order. There's a 1-1, and there's a 2, there's a 3. Ooh, you guys are tied at 1. But like I said, I don't want you guys to just comment things. Just actually like ask genuine questions. And yeah, don't be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all separate messages. We don't want that. Or comments. Or chat. Live chat. Don't throw that bitch no yoga mat. Hey, y'all like 30 for 30? I remember that song came out. I was waiting for Lana to come out. If you guys don't know me, I'm a huge SZA fan. Got to see her and Kendrick live in Detroit, which was pretty fun. She outdid him in my opinion. I love Kendrick. I'm not like, oh, pick Drake. I don't like Drake. I didn't like his music before. Well, I like Drake's older music. Hey, what's up? But not his new music. He's trying to act tough when he's just not. And that's what I don't like. But I always chose Kendrick over him. But that's not the point. All I'm saying is that SZA was a better performer, I would say. But Kendrick did a good job. He did a great job. But it was very exciting to see, that concert. It was a lot of fun. Went with my girlfriend. And it was just a wonderful time. All right, favorite substance either to consume or read about. Let's see, to read about, probably the inhalants. Any kind of inhalant like gasoline or butane. But pills like SSRIs, antipsychotics are pretty cool to do. I just uploaded the compilation. So yeah. Oh, hey, we got a #1 fan here, $4.99. Love your channel, bro. Really enjoy your hangout sessions and engagement, dude. Hell yeah, brother. I appreciate the $5. I really appreciate it. This goes a long way, dude. If you guys even gave 99 cents, it would help a brother out in this economy. $4.99. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. I'm never gonna be one of those people that just. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if there's so many people you can't control it, you have to put money in for them to see it. But I try to go through each and every chat. Luckily, I got like a small fan base here. That's why I don't really want a big fan base. I want one like this. This size is pretty cool for me. I don't know if I'd probably like to hit 1 million if I could, but if I don't, that's fine. I'm good. I'm already being past 200,000 is fine, which is crazy to think about. But thank you so much, Captain Ace. I think I remember you from the other chats too. It's been a while, so yeah. Thank you, everybody. Clap for Captain Ace. What a good man. What substance would you consider to be the most dangerous? Obviously, they're all dangerous, but like if someone laid them all on a table, which you just absolutely not take? Dangerous versus ones I would not take. I would probably have to avoid Datura most of all. Inhalants, like, I don't know. That inhalants are more. I feel like inhalants would maybe be fun from what I've heard. But I don't want to take that because it's so bad for you. So dangerous in those ways. Datura, I don't feel like, physically something is going to go wrong except like cotton mouth and stuff. But you still will get mental problems down the road. Depends how much you do. You might be stuck in a perma trip, you know. But yeah, Datura, inhalants, fentanyl, heroin, meth. Meth sounds completely terrible. I don't know. If you've never tried it, don't do it. And if you have a chance to take it, don't do it. From what I've read, meth heads, you know, from coming to experience with them, they're very crazy. I'm pretty new to your channel, and I've seen you discourage drug use, but I've used them. I was curious, do you still use? No, not per se. I don't really use drugs anymore because you know I've done my fair share of drug use. I'm not discouraging it either. It's sad that you got that, and a lot of other people get that from my channel. I'm not discouraging it. I'm just watching you guys to be safe. Now, if there's actually like I said, inhalants, Datura, meth, those I discourage you away from taking. But just because I upload, you know, this guy smoked weed and his asshole turned inside out, that doesn't mean I want you to stop smoking weed, because a lot of people do it and it's, you know, fairly safe for most people, but other people have terrible reactions. I just post the terrible reactions. So yeah. Also love your videos. They put my ass to sleep. Hell yeah, I got the most relaxing voice ever. The inhalant stories are always interesting. Yeah, they are. I finished an 172 kratom pill pack, 0.8 grams per pill, in about a week and a half. 2 weeks later, not dealing with any withdrawals. Let's legalize kratom. Now, hold up. First off, it is legalized unless you're in Alabama. They just banned 7-OH in Florida, so that's like basically they see that as a narcotic now. But just because it didn't happen to you at that point, 172 kratom pill pack in about a week and a half. So let's see here, how many? Let's do the math on that thing. Let's see, a week and a half is what, like a week and 3-4 days. So that's 10 days. Oh, okay. So that would be 17 per day. Yeah, no, you're not gonna get withdrawals from that. Trust me, that's a very low dose. You got to be taking like 17 per dose 3 times a day, and even for longer than that. That's when the withdrawals start. That's why I had that, because I was doing 3 doses a day. But yeah, it don't matter. It was either 1 gram pills, 0.5 gram pills, 0.8 grams. It didn't really matter. It's all generalization. So yeah, I'm unemployed currently, so unfortunately can't get more. Picture that as a great sign from above not to do it. Rollin' and ballin'. Hello, what's up? SSRIs don't get you high. No, they don't, but they might make you feel a little bit different. Don't forget spice. Shit looks demonic. I would have to say so too. You know, that's definitely one. I was gonna put all my compilations for the spice stories together at some point, but I've been, you know, the only reason I did the antipsychotic one yesterday is because I was on a 5-6 video streak since the last compilation. I've been getting a lot better at uploading recently. Because I took like a kind of a hiatus a little bit earlier this year into, you know, even what was it, last month or 2 months ago, where I was just like not doing nothing, you know. But hey, I've been trying to get them out, trying to make longer videos. Like, hey, I did a 20-minute video the other day. What was that? The meth one, I think. Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. So yeah. Do you like Yeats music? Is that Kanye West you're talking about, or is this Yeats? I'm gonna look it up. William Butler Yeats. Okay, so if it's Kanye, I don't know if that's what they call him. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I do. I like Kanye's music, but I don't like his newer music. I think his older music is definitely a top tier music. It's one of the better ones. But he was very good, and I don't know what happened to him. I mean, you know, sometimes people go crazy, and you know, sometimes they speak the truth, but other times they don't. Sometimes they just say whatever they want to say. You can't believe everything a crazy person says, or else you're gonna end up like them. can't sleep without it. It's like digital Ambien. Well, I appreciate that. That's a pretty cool name for me. I'm digital Ambien. Any Miller High Lifes today? No, no Miller High Lifes. I haven't had one in. Let me check here. How long it's been? Where's my app? Oh, there it is. Okay. Um, Alcohol 9 months, 12 days, 18 hours, 11 minutes, and 14 seconds. That's the last time I had a drink. So no, I wish I could have a Miller High Life from time to time, but overall, nah, I don't really miss alcohol. Well, once you get over it, it's pretty easy. It was one of probably the easiest thing to give up for me, to be honest. I mean, I was drinking six, seven beer, not seven beers, maybe 4 to 6 beers a night. Uh, Probably like 6, 7 days a week, mostly seven. And I didn't get any like withdrawals or nothing. I think it's because I was drinking beer. Like if I had a liquor problem, maybe it would be different. But yeah. Old man Spice. I remember being on that in math class. My whole vision was spinning. My vision was blurry too, and I felt like I was going to vomit, which my friends weren't helping, saying "whitey whitey." Well, uh, you know, that's that. You don't know what to do in that situation. You're like panicking. You're at school, but hey, I can't really, try to, be try to pat your back and say it's gonna be okay because you did decide to do it in math class. Trust me, I have that same thing where I did Ambien in my math class, and yeah, I don't want to talk about that. It's cringy, so I understand. You had to get high at school. It's everyone's doing it. People are smoking pens in the bathrooms. I would get drunk at school sometimes. It would be harder for me to do that because underage, and my mom wouldn't buy me liquor, and really that's the only thing you could bring into school, like a clear liquor bottle, not a bottle, but I put it in a water bottle and I would drink it. And then the one time I passed it, I brought some and I barely got to have any because everybody wanted to sip. I was so angry. But anyways, greetings from Sweden. Hello. Hello, Swedes. Fun times though, yeah. Hello, you faking fucking druggos. Oh boy. I actually got high for the first time on vacation a few weeks ago. It was only weed, but it was a great experience. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's congratulate great experiences. It's not Kanye. I don't know who it is. Uh, King Tonka. I don't know who that is. Let me look him up. Oh, song by Yeet. Never heard of this music before. Is it like rap? Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it could be rap. Yeah. Yeah, I never heard of him before. So, I don't know. I can't say. How is your diet? I'm going to start taking kratom every day, but something's got to give. I'm going to improve my diet, sleep, and water intake. Dude, do not take kratom every day. I swear to you, just stop taking it while you're ahead. You don't want to get addicted to it. Trust me. Um, my diet, I work at the post office, so like I can burn off a lot of food. Some days during the week I eat unhealthy, like I have pizzas, wings, burgers, but then other parts of the days I'd be eating. Oh, what I've been really eating recently are acai bowls or acai bowls. That you're supposed to pronounce it acai, ACAI, and that shit is fucking delicious. I get a mixed berry smoothie. Well, it's not really acai berry. It's just it's a smoothie bowl. Um, I get a mixed berry mixture, put it in the blender with yogurt and a little bit of milk, blend it up so it becomes a little textury, a harder, not so much a liquid because you want to be able to eat it a little bit. So you have to get a little frozen still in there, and then I put granola on top of it. Whatever granola you want to get is really fine. And then what you got to do. This is the really part. This is the part that changes everything, especially with bananas. You grab some scoops of peanut butter and you put it in a bowl and put it in the microwave. Microwave it for 40-45 seconds. Then grab your spoon and drizzle it on top of the granola. A lot of it. Do as much peanut butter as you want because that peanut butter is not going anywhere besides in your mouth. And then I put blueberries on it, probably about 12, 15 blueberries, maybe more, maybe a little bit less sometimes, mostly past 12, 15. And then I cut up banana, put in the slices on top of I've been adding pecans too, and I also did chia seeds recently. That was my last one, dude. I took 4 shits the next day. I'm telling you, it was those chia seeds. 9 grams of fiber. Shout out chia seeds. And then I crushed up pecans with the granola. And then after you put the bananas on there, you microwave some more peanut butter for another 40 seconds, and you drizzle that on top of there, and you have what I call the best acai bowl ever, the best smoothie bowl ever. It is so good. It's good for you. And yeah, you get filled up for hours if you eat that whole thing. Trust me, it's at least 4 hours after you eat it. So yeah, I recommend eating those. Those are really good. I like to eat steak, some chicken. Yeah, just basic foods, I guess. Let's see here. How do I get a job? You gotta go on Indeed or ZipRecruiter or the company's website, check for careers and apply. You know, if you got no experience, you gotta find no experience jobs. I would recommend getting a no experience job that pays decently. Like a postal job, you could still, make a lot of money, make a livable income. It's harder in this economy, though. Trust me, this has been the worst year I've ever had for money. And they're raising the fucking electricity because they said Ohio is being attacked by AI data centers. They're using all the electricity. Let me tell you, I was spending maybe 24 to 50 bucks on energy, on electricity every month ever since I moved in this house 5 years ago. All of a sudden, last month, they shoot it up to $199. And the next one for September is going to be $185. Like, what? I have never paid even close to that. I think the most I've ever paid was 60 something. There's nothing different that I'm doing either. Like, I always genuinely have a colder house, but I always been doing that in the summertime. I've always had it very low, and I turn it up when I'm gone, so it's not going all day. It only goes when I'm here. So I don't fucking understand. I'm actually saving more electricity than I was using. So I don't know. I contacted the electric company, waiting for them to respond back to see what they fucking gotta say. I don't know. I haven't seen you talk about your experience with psychedelics. Is there ever going to be a vid where you talk about your worst experience or a trip that really influenced you? Yeah, I actually have talked about it. Go on my first Hawaiian Baby wood roast video. I also did, I redid the video on my second channel. I forgot what I named that one, but that's my Hawaiian Baby wood roast video, my first true crazy psychedelic experience. I experienced that way too young. Okay, I don't recommend taking Hawaiian Baby wood roasts because it's just, man, it's crazy. But go look that up. Yeah, search up Hawaiian Baby wood roasts. You'll find that's like one of my first videos. So my voice will be a lot different. But I'm going to drop my benzo withdrawal story on your page this week, wandering the streets in a dystopian dream today, thinking I was with my dead relatives for a week, but it was a Scorsese movie. Hell, that is a great plot. If you put that up there, and the cocaine one that I did, if you're listening, Matt, that guy formatted his paragraphs and posts so nice with great punctuation and everything, and put it in paragraphs. Go look at that and see. That's like how long of a story I want it to be. So even some details you may not think are important, just put it in. Say how you were feeling. Blah blah blah. What was going on at that time? Because if it's a short, couple paragraphs, or just like a one long post that's gonna be probably like 6 minutes long to record, I'm not gonna be doing that. It's gotta be at least 12 to 20 minutes. I like to read those. Um, Unless I did a multiple video with benzos, but if it's such a good story, I would like it to be longer. So go look at that one, the cocaine one I just uploaded, and see, how much it matches up with that one, because that's a perfect, like, those are the perfect stories I'm looking for. The 15 minutes, hard drug, very crazy story. That's what I like. So just go do that. Don't copy his like story and what he was saying, unless you could do like elements of it, but it might give you some ideas on what to say. But I'm just saying, for the length and the formatting, that's like, I call that a S tier post right there. That's how you get on my channel. That is the key to getting on my channel. Not uploading one paragraph that's super long, no punctuation. I don't know when the a sentence is ending, dude. I'm reading it, and it takes time to copy and paste it and do it yourself. I'm not gonna do that. I don't have time to do that. I'm here to read stories. Like, it's not that hard to edit and format posts. Like I said on my Reddit community last night, I think it was. I actually made this point that if you go to Chat GPT or something, just put it in there and they can format it for you if you don't know how. Okay, just do that. It's a big pet peeve of mine. I'm not reading it unless it's such a great story that I gotta get it on, which I have done in the past. But hey, you gotta suffer through the good stories. But if it's just like if it's like a weed story, acid one, I did see an acid story on there that caught my eye. I might check that one out. But yeah, usually those and shrooms, I'm skipping over for a while. Yeah, there are just too many on there. Benadryls, I can't read anymore because my channel got taken down because of it. And salvia, I'm not going to be risking. So, yeah. Let's see. It's crazy to me that people were doing drugs in school. I only smoked weed once before school on the very last day. Well, hey, you don't have to. No one's forcing you to. So, yeah. Getting high around strangers sounds like the absolute worst. I don't even like getting high at my local punk bar. I don't know. Getting high at a local punk bar sounds very terrifying to me. Oh, let's see here. Swedes are the most oppressed people when it comes to drugs. I wouldn't know because I don't live there. I don't pay attention to the laws over there. Pickles, is he reading the chat? Yes, I am. I'm just trying to get to everybody's comment. Their government is so shockingly anti-drug. Regular jail sentences for weed possession there are the norm. Yeah, I'm glad it's not like that over here. Because it's so stupid when you see someone's in jail for having a bag of weed. Like, come on. And then you're keeping fentanyl dealers in the street. Yeah, it makes total sense. I knew a few people who were smoking weed before and during school, but they were mongs before, so before they were high. Were mongs before? I don't know what that is. Sorry if that's like a code word for something. I'm not very familiar with that word unless you misspelled it for something else. I don't know. Dude, I have missed your videos. Hope you are doing well. I am doing very well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Doing well and living. Livin. Man, I need a motherfucking beer. Yeah, you know what? I would go for one right now if I was still drinking, but I just promised to God I wouldn't, and promised to myself that I wouldn't either. So, I don't want to break that promise because I've already had some broken promises in the past. I can't afford any more. Let's see. Yes, Hector, he's reading chat. He is such a good lad. I try to get to everybody, unless you comment something really stupid or something that is not relating to me. Some people like to talk to other people in the chat, which is just fine. I don't mind that. I'm just not going to read that unless it has to do with something they just said. For sure, I'll read the Coke story for pointers. I assure you it's a very long story. I got to get back to work. Thanks for your videos. No problem. Yeah, if it's long like that. We don't want it too long, Like, those are going to be harder because I'm like, oh, boy, I'm going to be here for another 7 hours. It was actually oxy, benzo, simultaneous withdrawal, probably a 15 to 20-minute story. All right, sounds perfect to me. Step one, no, don't do hard drugs. We're not doing that. Sorry. Um, let's see here. Um, fuck BZDs. I burn my fingers. Never, never again. 10 years lost. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. Take care, guys. You too, Matt. Yeah, you too. Something really stupid. Well, whatever you just said got retracted by YouTube, so I don't know. You probably didn't say something very well. Very good. Um, wow. All right, I got through all the chat. I'm going to go grab a water really quickly. Alright, I'm back. I got my waters. This one I gotta finish. I always take a frozen water with me to work, in the summertime. Not so much in the winter, it's too cold. But in the summertime, goated, very, very good. I also go to Circle K and I get an extra large water because it's only 79 cents if you have an Inner Circle Rewards member. Not advertising them, but I am because I'm not getting paid. But it is very nice, and you also get good deals on gas a lot. So yeah, I totally recommend Circle K Inner Circle Rewards. But I've been drinking a lot of alkaline water recently. You can feel the electrolytes going inside of you. Love listening to and from work. This channel helped me learn a lot about my own experiences, how it changed others. Thank you. You are welcome. I'm glad if I could come into this world and help somebody. Of course, there's going to be people who take my videos the very wrong way, and they do the opposite of what I say. But then there are others who learn and be like, hey, I'm not going to do this. This happened to this guy. There's not too many positive stories about it in the first place. I'm not going to be doing that. And if I do, I'll be careful. I know, what to do. I'll be like, okay, this dose was way too much for a first time or just any time. Just tell you what to do and what not to do. It's all your choice at the end of the day. Now, laws restrict some of that, some of what you want to do if you want to do illegal things. So I'm not going to say you can get away with it every single time. But people do what they do. Some people like to eat birthday cake, not even on their birthdays. So nothing wrong with that. I definitely don't find a problem with that. See what else do I got here. Oh yeah, I just got my new glasses at America's Best like last month. Yeah, early last month I think I did. And fuck, I got 2 pairs with an eye exam for a cheap price. I forgot how much it was, but I did their deal. And I shit you not, a couple weeks later, these glasses, I wasn't wearing at first. The ones I'm wearing right now are the ones I've been wearing most. But then I started wearing the other ones, and I liked them. I was going to wear them for a lot of the times. And then I step on them when I get out of bed. Like, come on. And I did that with my other pair of glasses. That's what made me go to America's Best in the first place. I was using my older pair of glasses. Ozzy, what are you doing? Is that a bug? You like bugs? I was using an older pair of glasses because I destroyed the last pair that I had. I never stepped on my glasses before. Ever since I've had them since 4th grade, I've never stepped on a pair of glasses. And for some reason, I step on 2 of them in a span of like 3-4 months. Give me a break. Like, why? So I'm trying to be more careful. I also went on Zenny. Shout out Zenny. Now, I'm not going to say the glasses are going to be good or bad because I didn't get them yet. But I just ordered some prescription sunglasses and prescription glasses for $60, but you can get some for $6.95 on there. As long as you got your prescription that you can enter in there. I had mine from America's Best, so I just entered mine in there, and yeah, I got a pair of nice sunglasses and a pair of nice regular glasses for less than $70, dude. So I'll take it. I can't wait to get them. I also just ordered my girlfriend a promise ring. I hope she really enjoys it. You know, it's getting more serious and serious every day, every week, every hour, every second. You know, so, you know, it's just a stage to get to the next stage. You know what I'm saying? It can help a very mentally sick person, but it is not meant for healthy young people. I have not consumed one since I stopped. It was hell so bad I considered to make it stop. I don't know. Oh, you talk about the BZDs? Okay, yeah. I, you know, I don't know if I have too much experience. Is that, wait, BZD, is that benzodiazepines? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, okay, yes. I was confused when you said you burnt your finger or something. I was confused. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I was assuming it was benzodiazepines before I read that. But yeah, no. So it can help for a very mentally sick person. And I'm sorry, your messages keep getting retracted. You gotta be typing something else. I don't know, YouTube is tagging you or something, so you gotta be careful what you write if you want to abbreviate like you did the BZDs. Just make it noticeable what it is. But yeah, no, it was hell. It was hell. Oh no, the B-Day cake folks are the worst. I am sorry. I love birthday cake. I love cake so much. I love cookies. But the best dessert out there, you can't go wrong with some ice cream. Was on trazodone as a kid. I didn't understand what was happening some nights. Now I understand. Yeah, I don't think any kid should be prescribed an antidepressant. That just sounds horrible. If you're depressed as a kid, there's already something you were born with. To have that happen, or you know, you grew up in a really terrible household. I'd say, you know, maybe the earliest a person should have antidepressants would be like maybe 16, but I'd say probably when you're a legal adult, that's when you should start like looking for it. I didn't start taking any till 2022, when I was 22 years old, I think, or was I 21? I don't know, but I remember I finally went. I couldn't take it anymore. It's been a long road. It's been a very long road. I just try to drink my water with the cap still on. Have you done any spice stories? Yes, I have. I have about 9 spice stories to be exact. I was gonna do a compilation for it actually on the next compilation I do, maybe in like a month or two. I'll do like another 6, 7 videos before it, and then we'll do a compilation. I was gonna do that, or the SSRIs. I actually had the SSRI video all set up, but then I ran out of storage, and then I had to delete some files, and it said delete downloads, temporary downloads. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't have any temporary downloads, but it's taking up a lot of space. And then I deleted all my downloads. So all those videos I downloaded, all my pictures that I had on there, all disappeared. I was trying so hard to recover it because, dude, it was about to be a banger of a video. It was long, like, fuck. What drug have you had the worst experience on personally? Alcohol counts. Probably the Hawaiian Baby Wood Roast would be my worst, or the Benadryl one where I almost died. Benadryl and Phenibut and beer mixed together, terrible combination. You don't know what's going on, and it's not a good way. So yeah. I learned it the hard way. Burned my fingers. Yep. I never burnt my fingers on benzos, but hey, you must be a pro. I don't know, because I never heard of that before. But I'm not surprised that that happened, you know, because anything could happen on benzos. I really, really like cold strawberry cheesecake. Yummy. I eat good now. I have money. No money use on drugs besides the weed. Well, there you go. I'm glad you came around and, you know, stopped doing the benzos and, any other thing you were doing. And I would say, even you don't have to keep smoking weed. Try to go full completely. But I'm not gonna knock anybody for the only thing they do wrong is smoking weed. If you want to call it doing something wrong. But yeah, I that's not bad. That's pretty good for yourself if that's all you're doing. Especially in this world right now. I'm surprised not everybody's on fentanyl. Not only because you can get it supplied easily nowadays, but because this country fucking sucks and we need it. Not the country itself, of course. Geographically, America is amazing. There's a lot of different, landscapes, different seasons and stuff. It's beautiful. I think Ohio is a top tier state when it comes to seasons change. We get every single season, and ones who get fall. Y'all never, if you guys are in the West Coast or down south where you don't experience fall, well, you experience fall, of course, but you don't experience the colder weather, sweater weather. Get apple cider, carving pumpkins, eating pumpkin pie, seeing the leaves change from red to yellow to orange. Man, that is such a beautiful sight to see, and it's just so amazing. And I mean, you can get that in other Northeast states, but man, Ohio has it really well. And I'm starting to love wintertime over summer for sure. Summer is good when you're on vacation, but that's it. I don't want to be. Even that is sometimes crazy because I was in New Jersey last month and it was hot as fuck out there on the Jersey Shore. Every day I was like pretty much suffering, like I do at my job every day. Today was very nice though. It was in the low to mid 70s. Ooh, it's been like 90 degrees every single day this summer, so yeah, it's been nice. It's very humid out there. It is horrible. But the fall, when the fall comes, the leaves are changing. The horror movies are coming on. You can wear more nice clothing. I love wearing sweaters with jeans and other types of like khaki pants and stuff. I just definitely look more fashionable in summer or in the fall and winter time, early spring too. But in the summer, I don't really have that many choices. I just got pretty much a couple shirts that I can wear and a couple pairs of shorts, black shorts, khaki shorts. Not really anything else. I'm from Australia. We just have ice addicts screaming at us on trains. Never really seen fent. Weed's not even legal here. Never tried it. Never will. There you go, man. Never try it. No one's forcing you to try weed. It's all everybody's choice, really. But you can get peer pressured into it. That's the part where people, non-empathetic people, need to understand with drug addicts who are in Philly. Like everyone wants to. I never find this funny because I'm so, since I'm so close to following these people, but like the zombies in Philadelphia or wherever a person, well, that's what they call them, zombies. I find that word kind of offensive to them. But I'm not one to get offended by anything, but it just means a lot to me, these people, because I just feel bad. They must have took a lot of wrong turns in life to get that way, or they were forced upon it, whether they were born a drug baby or they had friends that introduced them to drugs or bad influences, and it just you didn't know. You can't control your addiction, and you get into addiction, so you don't know what to do when you're in it. If you can handle drugs, you can handle addictions better. But if something's too good, you're very you have an addictive personality too. You're gonna be targeted by addiction, and it sucks for some people. And that's why I don't like the videos, the reels of what they call zombies being hunched over and stuff. It's just like, dude, that was someone's kid. That person used to be a baby. Used to be a nice, cute baby that felt. I mean, I'm not saying they're not cute anymore, but I'm just saying babies are very cute. And they used to be in this world, a bunch of, what's the word? Bunch of, not intentions, a bunch of promises and dreams, and then Next thing you know, you're taking fentanyl. Your life is gone forever. It's very hard to come back from a fentanyl addiction, especially nowadays with the medetomidine and xylazine that fucking terrible people are putting in the fentanyl. Already terrible fentanyl dealers who are selling fentanyl to people. That is like fucking horrible, you know. I'm not one to be like, I always be like, well, if they buy the product, they know, especially for overweight people who go to McDonald's or stuff. The guy who owns McDonald's is not a bad person per se, but he is having these things, this food that's causing these people to be overweight and obese. But it's different with fentanyl dealers because they know what they're doing and they're giving it personally to them. That's like that would be the same thing as the McDonald's CEO cooking up burgers, or not, maybe not cooking them because the people usually get fentanyl from other. Let's say he's the cashier and there's a fat person who's ordering the food. That's like him personally giving this to you and be like, okay, that'll be $10, sir. You know, he's just doing what he can, because there's people who go to fast food restaurants that aren't fat and they can eat it. You know, whether that's metabolism or they don't go very often. But there's people who eat it every day, and it's bad for some people. But you know, that's the same. It's a similar premise to drug addiction with fentanyl. You know, you're going to the fentanyl dealer. You're not fat, but you are definitely, something's happening to you. You got necrosis, maybe. Your teeth are falling out. Your face is all wrinkly, and these fentanyl dealers are like, all right, I'm gonna give this guy some fentanyl. He needs it, and you know, it's sad because the people doing fentanyl are gonna take it because they kind of have to at that point, because they are so into it. It's gonna be hard to stop. I mean, there is so much mental hikes you have to get over to get out of that. Now, there are people who have gotten out of it, of course, but man, is that the hardest thing to do. It's a lot easier to go and stop eating so much food, like a fatter person, and to realize that they're getting fat and they can stop it if they just stop eating. Food is addicting, but it's not addicting to the point where if you don't have it, you'll die. And that's what's different about fentanyl addiction. I'm not even going to throw heroin in there, because heroin doesn't even exist anymore, according to these people in these cities. It's just fentanyl and xylazine, what they call it, trank, and medetomidine, which just came in last year and has been taken over. So, you know, your mind is gone. Like, your mind, you still know what you're doing, but the only thing you care about is getting that next high. You're not thinking about a fat person. They might be thinking about, when can I have that next cheeseburger, but they can easily go like, you know what, maybe I should not eat 5 meals today. Maybe I'll eat 4. And it's hard for people who are doing fentanyl and stuff, because their tolerance rises up. Like food, their tolerance doesn't go up. I mean, of course, you might have to eat more to, build up what's inside of you. But if you ate the same meal every day, constantly, it's gonna be good. You know, if you're eating it like that. Like if I had mac and cheese every day, I would love that. But if I started gaining weight, hell, I love mac and cheese, but man, I would rather not be fat. But these people who are addicted, they're not thinking like, oh man, I would much rather, well, you know, of course they would be saying, I'd rather not be addicted, but their mind is so caught up in just being high. There's no being sober. Sounds like a 1 in a billion chance, 1 in a gazillion chance of happening at that point. You really gotta be monitored. You gotta like go to a health treatment center, and it doesn't just take, you know, months, weeks to get over. Like, it's gonna take the rest of your life to get over, because one day you can slip back in, and that's the sad part. But yeah, you know, anyways, about the reels things, I don't like it when people post it and they think it's funny. I don't think it's funny at all, personally. It might be funny to edgelords or something that just don't care about anything. They say the N word just to laugh, or just to, or get a reaction out of people, rage baiting people. But man, it's not funny. I don't see how someone can think that them lying over on their like bending over, stuck in one spot, is funny. That's sad. That's just sad to me. That's like making fun of a person in a wheelchair or something. Like, you're not laughing at them in a wheelchair. Now, of course, if they did something funny, like if the person who was bending over did something funny, like he started, like, I don't know, just whatever, something that like, I don't know. But you understand, like, it's not just funny from that video, from that him just standing there, him or her just standing there bent over. Like, I don't know how that's funny. Like, I really don't. Anyways, moved down to North Carolina last year. Only thing I really miss is in Michigan is autumn. Michigan, I like Michigan when I visit. It's a lot of fun to go there. But yeah, fall is my favorite season. It is my favorite season too, buddy boy. No, it's only saying my hand is not burned, but it was thick-headed and a stupid young boy who knew best. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because that sounded very strange. Um, oh, oh, damn! I was explaining a lot. I thought I was gonna get more comments. I thought I was way behind, but I guess not. Weed is illegal in Australia? Huh? Really? I'm in Denmark. Also not legal here. I smoke it daily. Yeah, Denmark. So Amsterdam is where it's legal at. Yeah, weed is not very legal in European countries. It's like, if you're gonna make weed illegal, you might as well make alcohol illegal too, or cigarettes illegal. Like, dude, weed. Now, I get that weed can cause some accidents if you're not careful. Personally, for me, if I get too high, dude, I drove over a curb in the middle of the road, and my friend was screaming at me not to do that, and he was like, "Yo, yo, yo, stop!" And my mind was just totally blank. I wasn't even hearing him. I only realized what I did wrong after I did it, after I went over the frickin' bump. So yeah, that was when I got really high. So those are, times. I don't think you should be driving when you're high, really. I mean, if you can handle like a joint or a blunt or a couple hits, but if you're hitting dab pens in your car, like, nah, you're gonna be high. Just the thought of being high scares the shit out of me. I know, it gives me so much anxiety. I never want to do it again at all. It's just the thought of it. Just like people who used to smoke cigarettes, or people who grew up in a home with cigarettes, they cannot stand the smell of cigarettes. I can't stand the smell of weed. When I smell it, it makes me remember all the times I've been paranoid and anxious from weed. That's why I don't. When you go to New Jersey, Atlantic City, it's all over the place down there. Everyone smells like fucking weed. You walk outside, it smells like weed. New Jersey is legal. I saw a guy smoking a bowl outside Wildwood where I stayed, outside of the hotel. So it's becoming more legalized and more normal nowadays. But I don't. You could still get in trouble if you drive while high. I don't think it's a very good idea, unless you're one of those drivers that are like very scared, and you're doing perfect at it. But it's the people that don't really give a fuck. Just like my this when you're drunk, my one of my, not family members, but I've known him since I was like a baby. He just lost his car. He thought someone stole it at Little Italy. And he ended up just not remembering where he parked it. He thought he left it somewhere, and he was like, my car got stolen. But he was super drunk. Imagine if, my mom brought up a good point, if he had his car and he was that drunk and he drove home and he doesn't remember where he parked it, how is he going to remember how he got home? That's why it's scary on the fucking road. You don't know. And I was a victim, or I was not a victim, but I used to drink and drive when I was younger, a little bit, and that is just horrible because, I feel terrible for that. I never would do that again. But I was younger and I was dumb. It was like, yeah, drink a beer while I'm driving. Um, but yeah, being blackout drunk, no, not a good idea. There's times I came home from the casino, or dude, at the casinos at MGM in Northfield Park, I would get many double shot tequilas, the Patron, and dude, they would put a bunch more tequila in there because it would literally be like the whole thing was filled with tequila, and it didn't even taste like the Sprite I asked for in it. It tastes like there's a splash of it in there. There's so much tequila because they give you the alcohol, and that makes you go more to the ATMs and be like, I brought $100. What's another 100 more? And then they give you another $100. So yeah, they're giving you more alcohol, but you're also giving them more money. So yeah, I recommend not buying alcohol if you're going to the casino. Bring a coffee. Go. They usually have coffee machines. Drink a coffee. Your mind is still working. Man, I would go there. I would take kratom and drink. Man, I'd be so fucking gone. But it was a lot of fun while it lasted. Gambling has been very hard to give up. But I haven't done it since February of last year. So that's the longest thing I've given up. So that's pretty cool. Definitely a mental thing, though. Breaks your contraceptive on drugs for sure. That's someone's pride and joy, I don't know what you're referring to. It was something I said before. I can't remember, but sorry. Hello, how are you doing? Lived in Michigan my whole life, love it here. Michigan, there's some nice people in Michigan too. I've noticed that when I went to Michigan twice now. Detroit, I last year, early January, before I gave up gambling, I went on one big last gambling spree at the MGM Detroit, and I lost 400, $500 playing video poker, and I was so eager to win something. I would like lose, and then maybe I'd get a full house just to bring me back up a little bit, but then I would just keep on losing. But I love video poker so much. I have it still downloaded on my phone. It's like that was my favorite game to play. But I can only do it in downtown Cleveland because the MGM and the Thistledown Jack in Northfield or wherever it is, they don't have those kind of machines. They don't have tables. It's just downtown. Jack Casino does. And the MGM Grand Detroit had so many video pokers. Oh my gosh. I used to hate slot machines too. Well, that one's not really. I mean, it's a machine, but it's not a slot machine. It's basically poker, but I don't know. It's you try to get like a good hand. You get dealt 5 cards, and you try to get the best thing to get is a royal flush. Which you can win thousands of dollars if you get, especially if you're betting a lot. Let's say you're betting like $100 each one, which some people can afford. Shout out Vegas Matt. He can afford like $1,000 per one. Yeah, you're looking in the millions for that. But the best one I've ever gotten on there was I had 4 aces, which is a really good score to get. I think I was betting a $1.25, $1.50. Maybe 2 at the most, but I think it was $1.50, and I won. What was that? I won $500, and that was amazing. I was talking to people next to me, like, "Yo, I just got 4 aces," and they're like, "Yeah, man, dude, this is fucking sweet." And I got that early in there too, and I was like, "Well, damn, I just got here. I can't fucking leave now," which is the trick the casinos do. They will pay you if you leave, which I have done in the past. There was a place I had to go to one time. I was at the MGM in Northfield Park, and that saved me a couple $100. So I guarantee I would put it right back in. Now with the video poker, I actually I lost $200 more. I walked out with $300. $300 to $200. I forgot how much I brought in there to begin with. I always usually went with like 100 or something. Um, and yeah, I walked out with 300. I started losing on every other machine I played. So I'm like, okay, that's a sign for me to go. So I did walk out a winner, but I could have had 200 more dollars. So yeah, but the MGM Grand Detroit, yeah, I decided to splurge myself for a weekend. I was off, or a night. I think it was just Saturday. Um, I forgot. I think I just stayed there Saturday and Sunday, or Sunday, Monday, or something. I decided to get the biggest suite in the whole hotel, and I had a night to myself. It was beautiful. It was the biggest room. It had like two, three bedrooms. It had a jacuzzi. It had those things where you can, if you lift it off the thing, it charges you for it. Like it was pretty badass. I had a valet service. Um, but yeah, that was a lot of money I lost in that just one day. But that was when I had money to spend. It's a lot harder in this economy now. I'm telling you, this economy is fucking terrible. I get other countries have it worse, like Canada. Shit's expensive up there, but we're not used to this in America. We're not used to fucking gas being $4 a gallon, unless you live in other states, where it's normalized. But we're not used to food being, you buy a couple things that cost you 300 fucking dollars. That's why I shop at the only stores I like. I only get what I need for the week. I don't overbuy. I end up spending $96 at Heinen's the other day, and I thought it was pretty good for what I got. I got steak, I got the chia seeds, I got a bunch of other stuff. They had Tillamook ice cream on sale, two for $7, dude. Usually one Tillamook ice cream is $7.49, $7.99. I got two for $7. Tillamook, best ice cream you can buy at the store. Let me tell you, like, there's ice cream shops that are not even as good as Tillamook ice cream, in my opinion. Get that. There's a couple vanilla flavors. There's old fashioned vanilla, vanilla bean, and French vanilla. If you're a fan of vanilla, get the French vanilla, and don't eat it right away when you get home. Let it freeze, let it get hard, like, because when it's soft it's still really good, of course, but you want that shit hard, like one where you can still get in there and grab it, but the texture is a lot harder, but it's not icy. It's very creamy. It is a very creamy ice cream, and they actually put extra cream than they're supposed to. It says it on their Tillamook tub of ice cream. I'd love to go to Tillamook, Oregon. That would be a dream of mine. I'd get some fresh fucking ice cream from the source. Oh man, best ice cream you can buy. I did try the caramel swirl one since I got two for $7. I was like, I can get two French vanillas, but no, I'm gonna try something different. There's a bunch of other flavors. I tried peaches and cream. Did not like that one, but if you like peaches and cream flavors, maybe you would. I thought I would like it because my grandma said it was the best one, but no, I didn't like it very much. It was still good. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like French vanilla good. So good. I had drug-induced psychosis and acid once. Yeah, that can happen. You guys got to be very careful. Oh, hell yeah. Tales from the Trip live. Let's go. Oh, shit. We're talking about Wildwood, like Wildwood, New Jersey. I go there every year for vacation. Yeah, I was there. I think I wore my Tales from the Trip t-shirt. I am surprised no one has ever come up to me wearing that, at least asking if I'm a viewer of Tales from the Trip. No, I'm surprised. Usually I never really been in a crowded place though wearing it. Like, I wear it in public, sometimes. I really like the tie-dye. That's another thing I gotta show you guys. I gotta show you guys the new merch in case you missed it. Yo, where is it at, bruh? But yeah, I'm surprised that no one has ever came up to me. Maybe people have seen it and they're not thinking, they're like, oh cool, and they don't say anything. But yeah, I never had anybody come up to me and ask me if I was a trip keeper ever. I've gotten that question before. I've never gotten that question. So I mean, I've never gotten someone come up to ask me that. I actually got my grandma wearing my merch. She liked the tie dye, but she said the eye was scary in it. The Tales from the Trip one, the original one that I made. So she don't really like it. She just likes the tie dye color. But hey, my grandma was wearing it, wearing my merch. That my whole family knows about my YouTube channel. Most of the post office knows about it. All my friends know, but the public don't know me. So hey, that's why I like to keep a low profile. Um, so yeah, let's. I want to add this sources browser. Is that what we want to do, or display capture? Um, no, let's not do that one. Because I want to show this website my merch because I wanted you guys to see it. All right, let's just do browser. Um, oh, let's see here. URL. Wait, should we put this URL in it? All right, no, I don't think that's the right one, honestly. Oh. Okay. Wait, that's not right. Oh, you've just added a browser source. Browser lets you display. Oh, duh. I didn't even read it, so sorry, guys. Silly me. Okay, let me add this. Let's see if I can do that. Do that. GGY. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Transition. Alright, does this move down? No, it doesn't move down on it. Well, that's just great. Okay, that's not the right one then. Sorry, guys. I'm going to delete this. Where is it at? Remove. Yes, I want to remove. I just want to show the new merch. Why am I? I don't stream too much anymore. I'm forgetting how to do this. Display capture. Let's just do this. Capture method. Automatic display. Primary monitor. Oh, okay. We could just do that. Sounds good to me. Can you see that? Okay. All right. So this is my store, my Tales from the Trip store. That's some new shirt. This is a new shirt I got. This is my older one. You know, we got the pins on there. You guys have seen the older ones on there. We got the teddy bear, the jog. Ooh, I gotta make some unisex joggers too for the new clothes. But yeah, let me just view all here. I want to show you guys the new ones. Let's see. Okay, let me even this out. Let's go down. We got the Ozzy ones. I think only one person ever bought an Ozzy thing. Okay, so this is the Stoned Ape Theory t-shirt, or men's hoodie. Sorry, you can get it any color you want. Well, most colors. I put it on there. You know, charcoal gray always looks nice. I mean, look how dope that is. Stoned Ape. All right, you can get that. We got the Stoned Ape Mineral Wash t-shirt, like this one right here. Mineral Black. You know, that one's okay. I don't know if I'd want that one, but it still looks good. That one, because the mineral shirt looked really good on the other one. Mineral Silver, let's see. Okay, there we go. There's a really good one. So yeah, you can get that. $27. A third of the profits come to me. So if you're helping, you know, if you're buying it, you're helping a third of me. The rest of it goes to the third party, the Spread Connect, Spreadshirt, and my Shopify. So yeah. So the reason why some of these are a little expensive, But I'd say I have it a little bit cheaper than other people have it. Like hoodies are expensive regardless. I think $36 is a very fair price. I get if you bought that hoodie right now, I'd get $12 from it, not 36. So it sucks when I have to refund somebody because they charge me to produce the shirt or whatever, and I get paid whatever's left of the shipping, and I don't get paid for shipping. I get paid for just selling the t-shirts, but it's a third party source that gets most of the money. But it's wins and losses because I don't have to worry about producing these t-shirts. I just have someone else doing it for me. I can put whatever design I want. I don't, if I had to do it myself, it would be a lot harder for me, especially without a t-shirt press. But hey, if I put the money into it, maybe I would, where I can get the full price. But I don't know. I don't get as many sales as I like. There's periods of time where I get one. If I have a week where someone order like 4 or 5 things, that would be beautiful for me. But sometimes I went with like a month and a half without getting an order. But usually I get one couple a month, so it's not a lot like you think. Not a lot of people are buying it, but people are still buying it, which I'm very grateful for. We don't have to open the unisex tee. That one's good. This is the one I just bought. I can order samples, which is good. I get 5 sample orders every month. On my 3rd one, I have 3 left. And basically, I get to pay for just the production of it. I don't have to pay the full price. I think I pay like $16 instead of 28, whatever it costs my. Yeah, so here's Blue Lagoon. I should have bought this one. I think I bought. Wait, I didn't buy that one, but that one's sweet. Cotton Candy. I bought this one. I think the tie-dye goes really well with this design. It's really cool. Whoop. So, yeah, let me see how that's looking. Okay. Doopity boop. So, yeah. And then last night, let me see here. We also have the woman's hoodie. Shout out women. Sorry, yours is $1 more. It costs more to produce yours. So, I don't know why. Women always getting objectified, even in clothing. Sorry, women. Classic pink. That's a good one. Purple. Ooh, okay. Asphalt. When you're doing that, fuchsia, heather oatmeal. There's a good. But these are my favorite when it's that color. That goes great with it. I recommend it. And this one's probably gonna be good too. Yep, heather gray. This is the one. This is the color you need, people. Heather gray. Now, there's other options, of course, if your favorite color's on there. I try to get as many colors as I can. They only let you pick so many because they can't produce all the t-shirts. So I usually, sorry if you guys are more than a 3XL, I usually don't have more size than that. I could go up to 5XL, but if I go up to 5XL, there's less colors to choose from because of how many orders there can be. So I think 3XL is pretty fair. Sorry if you're bigger than that. I hate to say it. Maybe you can, maybe you could shed 10, 20 pounds and you'll fit in a 3XL or something. I don't know. But it really, or if you're like a tall person, that's also, I feel bad for tall people. That's not just bigger people. But if you're big and tall, yeah, you're probably not going to find anything in my store except for the stickers, which I'm going to show you. This one I just made yesterday. I think this is a magnet for the refrigerator. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can go to the sticker. Here we go. Oh, yeah, of course we have our old sticker one there. This is pretty sweet. It's $5. I just bought 8 stickers for, I think I paid $2 in the sample order. As you can see, this is exactly what I'm looking for. The dripping from the eyes, the galaxy in there, colorful skull. And then you got the tails from the trip, which is really cool. I really like this design. It looks really good on the white sticker. And then also last night we added a new design. This is only in tie-dye right now. Shout out, leave in the comments below if you want it in mineral wash or and or regular unisex t-shirts. There's, of course, here's some more. That's a great one, that rainbow right there. Let's see, Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon looks really nice, very blue. Let's look at the cotton candy one. Yes, very nice. The cotton candy is probably my favorite one. Pastel spiral, this one. Ooh, that one is actually fucking underrated because it's kind of white too, and the design pops out more. So, okay, we like that. All right, let me see if there's anything else that I can show you guys. Other than that, those are the originals. So yeah, and then we got the original Tales from the Trip stuff, you know, regular shirt, $20. Where's the Stoned Ape Theory regular t-shirt? What happened to it? It was just here. Anyways, we got that in that. Yeah, so that first design's pretty iconic. So yeah, let me just delete this now. Thank you for being patient. I was just trying to show you. So another thing I want to say is I'm having a contest going on right now. Let me see what the requirements are because I forgot off the top of my head. There is a merch contest that I just posted about on my YouTube community post. If you guys want to go check that out. I said, hello everyone, if you have been following me this past week, I made some new designs for my merch store, like I just showed you, and I'm adding more as we speak. I'd love to design a t-shirt I'd love for one of you viewers who loves the channel, or I guess you don't have to love the channel, but you watch it, to design a t-shirt to sell on my website. Be a magnet, we can make it into whatever they have. They just introduced fanny packs on here, so hell yeah, maybe we can sell some fanny packs. It can be anything you want it to be, just make it related to the channel in some way, whether you're making like a Tales from the Trip t-shirt, like, you know, the one I was showing you, or like a Stoned Ape thing, your own thing that's related to drugs, or like horror, cosmic horror, you know, something like that. I refuse to do Benadryl because you can't do, I also forgot to put no copyrighted material. Let me add that in there. Shoot. No copyrighted images, because then I can get in trouble for that. Make it relate to the channel in some way. I want you to be creative as you can. Now this is where I get you guys. The winner of the design will be rewarded $50 US, okay? And for your art to be featured on t-shirts, hoodies, hats, stickers, etc. forever. Okay, email me at thetripkeepertftt@gmail.com to submit your design. And here are the requirements. The dimensions must be 1920 by 2500, because that's what goes on the shirts really well. Make it a transparent PNG image, because it definitely makes it better. Or if you just do a white one that I can easily remove the background on, just have no background on it. Submit it by August 24th, 2025, which is this upcoming Sunday. You have 6 days, and I'm going to take them in by, I'm sure if you're a little late, I'm not going to, be mad if you do it the next day. But we're going to be picking some people. So far, I haven't gotten any, unless, let me check my email if I got any. I'm sure, people have to, design it really well. So, yeah. No, I did not get one yet, unless I'm in the spam. Sometimes I get emails, important emails that are in spam. They're still calling about me to get a Mitsubishi, dude. I blocked all their numbers, and they're still calling me. How do I remove this? Oh, there you go. Empty spam now. Okay, let's go back to what we were reading. Yeah, must submit it by this upcoming Sunday, or a couple days later if you want to, but I might pick my winner by then. No copyrighted images, like I just said, and have fun and be creative. Now, I got a comment earlier that says, what was this? You should make branded blotter paper. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Easy way to get dirt cheap graphics. Like it's not a bad idea, and I'm not trying to. What was this person? Yeah, this person said like I'm not like trying to beef with this guy. But he did say, as an artist who can draw, fuck that. That's exactly what the record companies do to artists: pay royalties or no deal. See, I'm not a $1 billion record company. I'm just an independent YouTuber who is still not even. I don't have a lot of money. I work a full-time job. I'm working on the side. I do YouTube. I make a little bit more than a livable income. Even nowadays, it's not very livable. Like there's some paychecks this past year where I was going paycheck to paycheck on things. So yeah, it's not even. I'm not even beating that, and I'm offering $50 out of my own money to give it to you guys, and your T-shirts can be featured. And it's not going to promise they are going to sell either, because even the T-shirts I designed, well, maybe they just don't like the designs. I don't know. But that's probably what it is. But if you're really good at it, hey, and we can work something out. If it's a big seller, like it keeps selling like every single day, I'll give you more money for sure. But I'm just saying this is because it might get people might buy 3 of them in a couple months or something. It's like, well, I only get a third of it anyway, and if I send 10-20% commission, you're gonna get $1. $1 per T-shirt. So, but if they sell a lot, I'll definitely give you more. If it's a hot seller, I will appreciate it. But right now the offer is $50. It doesn't hurt to enter. If you're bored, you want a chance to win 50. Shit, I'm not getting any submissions right now. If you might be the only submission, I might just take it just to see it. Unless I don't want it, we'll see. But I think people have to go. People are probably working on it right now. They can't just upload something right away and be like, here you go. It's going to take a little bit of time. I might extend the deadline a little bit. But yeah, if you can get something done by the week, I'm going to extend it to, I realize that it might take longer. I don't know. Let's just do 09 05 2025. How about that? So that's September 5th. That gives you something to work with. Yeah, if I'm not getting any after that, I'll just stop. If I get after the Sunday, and shit, if I like another person's design, maybe I'll give them $50 too. So we'll see. There could be multiple winners here. If I really like your design, if let's say I pick somebody and then someone else gives me something and it's even better or at least the same, hey, I might give you $50 too. So I think $50 is very fair for the chance to be on, especially, I'm not a big YouTuber. Like if I'm Mr. Beast and I'm offering you $50, yeah, I can see why you'd be pissed at me. Like I'd probably give you probably 20,000 if I was Mr. Beast, and royalties too, because it's going to sell. So 20,000 plus 20% if I was Mr. Beast. But I am the trip keeper. My videos mostly get less than 100,000 views, and they're not long. So yeah, I'm not getting that much on YouTube. I can if my videos do really well. That's when we bring in the money. But not so much. They're doing pretty decently, and they're all getting monetized right now, which is really well, except for the meth one. That one just changed, but it was monetized for the first 60,000 views, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys want to join that, if you're an artist, a digital artist, or maybe if you can draw your design and someone else can draw it for you on a digital graphic thing, hey, maybe do that if it's for free. If it's not for free, then I probably wouldn't recommend it. But hey, if you're a digital artist, because I got some great submissions for the book. I did pick a winner, so if you didn't get emailed back about you winning, unfortunately I picked somebody else. But I appreciate all the great graphics that I got submitted for that. but that was already your artwork that you did. So I wasn't. That's the only thing I could see where this guy could be coming from, is if I'm getting a wannabe, not wannabe, but like a person who aspires to be an artist to get something for free. I'm not going to use anybody's. I promise. I'm not going to use anybody's uh, for future merch. But like I said, if I like it so much, I will also give you $50 as well. So this is not, just a one person thing. This could be multiple people if I like them enough. I could see YouTubers do that shit who could be evil and use it and not pay them, be like, yeah, and then who's gonna, all truth would come to light eventually. But if you got 1 million subscribers or something, I don't know, and you see the artist who is like, the username is AZ56,000 cherries, and they're commenting on the channel about, hey, you used my graphics, let me tell them. And there's a lot of comments in there. It might get lost in there. But with me, if I did that, which would be terrible, I would never fucking do. I'm not an evil person like that. That is sickening even thinking about it. People are going to notice. People, there's not too many comments on there. People will be like, oh, this guy stole the art. So if you guys are worried about that, because maybe some of you are, I just wanted to say, clear it up. That's not what I'm doing, okay? I am going to take this very seriously. And if it's great, I'm hoping we can get it in here, and you can also get a shirt. I might get you the shirt for yourself too as another prize, and you can have it. Just get whatever size you want, whatever color design. Just one though. I don't have that much money, but yeah, $50 for a contest that's free to enter. I know you're using your hours or however long to make it. I don't know how long it takes to make a good design. I really don't, compared to me, who's just pretty much bullshitting their way through this and getting help from some people. But yeah, real art from real true artists or people who aspire to be an artist. That's what I am looking for. It'd be perfect. And like I said, I could pay multiple people. So, oh gosh, let's see here. I went on a little bit too long with that, but that's okay. Life been crazy. Yes, it has. Just got fired today. Fuck my life. Dude, I am so sorry, Tony. But life is funny that way. It throws curveballs at you. One day you're doing a great job at work, and then next thing you know, you're fired. I got fired from the post office a couple years ago, but I got the job back. But I did have a Spectrum job lined up, and I'm glad I didn't take that, because with AI on the rise, and cable, no one's getting cable. I mean, people are buying Wi-Fi and internet, which is probably keeping them afloat, but I don't feel like Spectrum would last longer than the post office, because they got to hire 600,000 robots to even deliver mail, and most, a lot of as long as the old people are still alive, there's going to be mail being delivered. So, but just hang in there, man. I know it's tough right now. You probably hate life at the moment. Do not do anything crazy. Don't overdose on no pills. Don't grab your gun. Don't do none of that, please. We're all with you here. If you ever need something to say, just email me. If you want to talk about things, I am perfectly open to it. I just don't want to see anybody, going to that point, because I was almost at that point last year, right in my kratom withdrawals that I had. I was very close to not being here. It was the point where I didn't want to hurt myself. I just wanted something to happen to me. Like when I was at Cedar Point, I wanted the ride to collapse. When I was on the plane, I wanted it to frickin' crash. Literally did not care if that happened. And it just hurts me to think that now, of how much my life turned around in a matter of half a year. After my life was just going downhill and downhill all these years. I mean, from a kid, of course, you're happy. But I'd say once you graduate high school, and you're doing real jobs and stuff, and you're actually, busy every day, and the life starts to suck. Okay, not sucking in a way that you're in the Middle East or you're in Gaza and you're being killed for no fucking reason. Of course, those are people who have it the worst, or you're born starving in some African country, or wherever, something, because there's some African countries out there where people, they have it pretty bad, and it's sad because we can fix that. We have enough money to, but yeah, people, the government and high officials just want to spend it on pizza. Wink, wink. But yeah, anyways, I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, we can use it for so much better. But yeah, there's like, we don't have, we complain a lot as a good country, or if you're from a European country that's really well off, any country that there's not constantly wars happening, constant starvation, constant genocides. You should be very thankful that you wake up every day and you have a meal that you can eat, even if you don't have a lot of money to afford it. Even if you go in debt with credit cards, you could still find a way. You could still find a way to get something. Now, if you're at the lowest lows, like you're homeless and you're asking for money and people think you're a drug addict and you're just going to get drugs, but you're really just hungry, like war veterans, that's probably the lowest you can get in this country. But you still have an opportunity. That's the thing with America. There's always opportunity. But if you're in these other countries, you're fucked. But there's other jobs you could do, man. I'm sure you have experience in what you just did. You could probably apply to another one. And I don't know if you can lie on your resume and be like, yeah, I just decided to leave, I don't know if they really, like, if companies really check with the last company to ask how the person was. I really don't think most companies do that, unless it's like a high official ranking, like an executive office, CEO, something like that. But yeah, but hang in there, man. It'll be okay. You feel like your life is fucked now, but it can get better pretty quickly with the phone call, a conversation, perfect place, perfect timing. You just never know. So yeah, you never know. Just keep your head up, man. I know it sucks, so I'm not gonna tell you, hey, you gotta be happy today. Don't let you getting fired spoil your good mood. Like, you're gonna be in a shitty mood. But I'm just saying that you can't dwell on it too much since it happened. That's why I always say stuff that's out of my control, or stuff that I did that caused me to get this, whether, you did something, get fired, or they just fired you because they're getting rid of people or they're just assholes. That happened, and that's not going to change unless they're open and they call you back, which the post office did for me. After 2 weeks, they said I'd be gone for months. I might not even get my job back at all. But then they called me after 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, I'm lucky that happened a couple years ago and not right now, because I'd have to sell my house probably. And yeah, I would be screwed. But luckily, it was only 1.5, 2 paychecks maybe at the most. So yeah, but still, things were cheaper back then, even a couple years ago. So yeah, just keep your head up, man. Don't dwell on it, because it doesn't help. It's just like people who scream when something bad happens, and they just want, like, something annoying happens. You're like, fuck, there's no point in screaming if a situation already happened. Just take things calm, and you're better. You make better decisions when you're calm. Okay, you do. I don't condone screaming at all in any situation. I think unless you're at a breaking point and you've never screamed before and something just really set you off, but if you're going to do that, scream in a pillow. You got to scream in a pillow. You can scream. If you're going to cry as hard as you can, man. Crying feels better than screaming. You feel like very different when you get mad and scream. So but just stay calm as you can, and just collect yourself. Be like, this happened to me. What am I going to do now? Let's look at my options. Even though, fuck that company, they might hire me back. There's a good chance that they won't. And if they do, I'll take it. But if they don't, I gotta find something else, So, go on Indeed, like right away. That's something you gotta do. You gotta do it right away. Try to find a job quick. Maybe get something that you have a little experience in or none at all, and just try that career path. Go back to school. If you have a house like I do or an apartment and you're paying for it, you definitely need to get a job. But yeah, or start up a YouTube channel for something. Start making long deep dives on Reddit theories. You'll get people with an audience like that, as long as it's good quality, or well, good quality in the sense that the scripts you write, the stuff you talk about, the niche, that's the kind of good quality you need when you're doing YouTube videos. Like anybody can do a Reddit theories, Reddit obscurities, mysteries, like, oh, this Redditor disappeared. But the reason why it gets so many views for many channels is because there's a lot of difference in them. People approach the story a different way. They write their own scripts. Their voice may be good, which is lucky for some people if you already got a good voice. But people, if you have a voice and all the comments are telling you that I don't like the way you talk, then you got to change it. But I only get a couple like that. Most people love my voice, which I'm very blessed for. People fall asleep to it. So that's not a problem for me. Other people I've been getting comments about vocal fry and stuff. Yeah, I'm not stopping that. That's what has got my channel the way it is. So I gotta, be more serious in a serious tone. When the meth hit me, I felt like my life fell into the rubble of the dark realms of the underworld. I mean, that's kind of exaggerated voice, but yeah, it's, you got to have that going. You got to have something. You can't just speed read either. You got to have a little emotion to it. Maybe not at first, but the voice is not the most important. It's what you do. Even the quality, the video quality. Like if you record on your phone or some other microphone, a cheap microphone you got, shit. I started off on a $15 or $20 mic, and it was good enough for me. That's when I started getting the viewers, and once I built up my channel, once I think I got this mic before I hit 100,000, and that really made it nice. This is a very nice mic. It's a Shure MV7. I recommend buying this. If you have a lot of money and you want to start a YouTube channel, definitely get some good equipment. But if you don't, if you're like starting off with nothing like I was, in a Section 8 apartment with just the stories to read and my voice and a microphone that I only have like $70 in my bank account so I can get this one. Living with my mom, I just made videos when she left, and then I got my job at the post office, of course, like right after that, so that helped out a lot. Got to record my own time, but you don't need to be a perfect editor. You just can't make it look like shit, You can't be like, just throw away, make your voice like really loud. Like you need to be worried about that. It don't matter what you sound like in regards to like the tone. Until people start complaining about it. Just keep what you're doing, and your style will change as it goes on. If you listen to my latest video versus my first video, go listen to the differences. It's the Disturbing Deterror stories. Just go on my oldest and look at that, and then compare it to my newest video. A lot has changed. The quality has gotten upgraded. My voice is a lot different. I do it differently. But yeah. If you got like some sort of, but what I was saying about the Reddit mysteries, you could do that. Like what I like about Nick Crowley and Nexpo, you think you know about these things, but you don't, and you might have known about the incident, but they go a lot deeper into it. But there's a lot of ones that I had no idea about, and that's what I like to do with my deep dives, like the PCP one, the man bit his, the dogs bit his face off. I think that's what it was, the dogs bit him off, and yeah, that was a very interesting deep dive. Nobody ever did that on there. So yeah, I did that. It was very graphic, my most graphic video. And then there was the one I did, the a wait, I forgot the name of it. I think it's a Redditor's. Let me find it. Oh gosh, where is it at? A Redditor's dive into madness or whatever. I don't know. What's it called? TFTT. It's my Phenibut one. Oop. Let's see here. I guess they don't know TFTT. I have to put Tales from the Trip. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, it's the first one that comes up if you search Tales from the Trip, Phenibut. It's a Redditor's disturbing downfall into Phenibut abuse. That story has 143,000 views. It's very tragic. I was researching, the Reddit threads looking for stories, and I found this woman who I found a post. It said they passed away. And I found their Reddit page, and I looked through all their stories, and I saw their descent. They started off Phenibut, then they did baclofen, and she ended up overdosing and dying. And I contacted the sister because she so happened to comment on the post to find out more about how she was doing inside stuff that wasn't posted on there. And she was very grateful enough to supply me with this information, and I'm forever grateful for her, so shout out her. But yeah, she gave me some information I didn't know. I got some pictures that no one saw, so if you can make a very deep dive with something no one knows about, and you can make it your own thing. But I wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of her and me just looking through the posts. Like, you saw the descent into it. But yeah, I'd like to do another video like that again. I gotta think about what I should do. But yeah, it was just very cool. Nobody made a video on her about it. I didn't think anybody did, because who's making a video on someone going on downfall on Phenibut abuse besides Tales from the Trip, So no one's going to make a story about that. But I wanted to showcase it because it's a story of tragedy and, what to do to avoid this happening to you. I think a family member got pissed about it, whether they know her as a friend or as a family. He said he was gonna sue me if I don't take down the video, but I didn't respond to it. I did see the comment, but I didn't respond to it because you can't sue me if there's there's information already online, and there's not, and you already have the other family member being okay with it, supplying me with this, so she'd be on my side too, so it just would be pointless. And then you can't, it costs you like $4,000 to even get a lawyer to give you a cease and desist letter at the cheapest. So it's, yeah. Now, if you're like a Drake or somebody that can send a cease and desist letter to that guy who is just reviewing his songs and how they've aged poorly, yeah, they could throw a couple thousand at them and get him taken down. But if you're not a millionaire or have thousands laying around, I think it's much more valuable to have the video uploaded there than not. Because I had other comments on it saying they knew her, and this is a good video or something like that. It was very sad. But yeah, when you got to make videos that you want to, you can't just pick a story, something that is just there. You have to read it, maybe skim through a little bit, check out the parts if you're trying to rush. But I try to find the most messed up things. And then there was another one. This one did really well too. Let's see if I could find it. Yes, and then this was another one, a Redditor's descent into madness on DPH. This one has 132,000, very similar to the other one, where this story was more popular. I think there was already a partial video on it, but it was Tired of People Faking Too, was their Reddit name, and yeah, they just got increasingly worse as the post went on. I didn't know anybody who knew them, so I couldn't get more deep information. But yeah, it's just, you got to do a lot of research for these deep dives that do really well. That's why the Reddit mysteries do so well. There are so many posts on there, and even if you do the same thing as someone else, And you just got to add your own stuff, you know. Uh, you can't just say the same thing though. You can include some stuff, but you got to put your own twist on it, like your own opinion. You know, maybe different sides of the story, what other people are saying. You can't just, you know, if let's say if Nexpo did something about a Reddit thread, the person who disappeared, or whatever, with the Datura. You can't just make a video like saying, "Oh, this person disappeared on Datura," and you do the same things as he did. It might get views still, not gonna lie, but if they already seen it, then you know that would be pointless to do. You could just watch an Expo video, the guy who makes incredible content with very great visuals, very good at editing. I don't know if he does it. I think he does, and the graphics and stuff. But I'm not. Don't. I can't even remember that saying. Don't take my complete word for it because I'm not for sure. But yeah, whoever does it, if he doesn't, does a great job. Same with Nick Crowley. I always like YouTube's most darkest videos because it's stuff I never even seen half the time. Now, of course, there's ones that I have seen, but it's still fun to learn about it, you know? So yeah, I kind of went on a diatribe about everything you could do on YouTube. But yeah, that's always an option. You know, you can make money that way. So yeah, I'm sorry about you losing your job, but there is hope. Okay. She tails on my from until I trip. Hey bro, love your videos. Just stopped to say hi. Hello, One Spin. You're probably gone now. I've never seen gray oatmeal. Neither have I. That is a sick design. Thank you so much. I don't know if you're talking about the new one, the Stoned Ape, or the new Tales from the Trip logo, or the old logo. Either way, I appreciate it. Thank you. Have you got any yeehaws? I have not tonight. Made it home. Good drive. Hell yeah. Glad to be home. Glad to make it safe. Oh gosh. Okay, so I did a lot. I went on too long, I think. Okay, here we go. Guys, we need a revolution. I do too. We need to start over. Hope you good. Just saying hi. Hello. I applied to a vape shop yesterday that has 2 people working at that. Both called out when I went. Some dude that used to work there had to come in. Well, that's the lowest of lows. That was like the time I got asked to work at Taco Bell when I was just when I was just ordering food there. That was the closest I've ever gotten to that. Of course, I said no. If you really need a job, apply for a restaurant. They always need people, and usually you don't need any skills to do something like dishwashing. Yeah, that's always a start. You need something to get back on your feet just to do it. But yeah, you could do a temporary job like that. Or you could find other jobs like meter readers, for electric companies. You get paid a good amount of money for that. Garbage man, delivery driver, there's a lot of stuff you can do. I've been lucky to work at the post office for 6 years now, so my hourly has increased by, I forgot how much it's increased by, but I think it's been almost $10 now, or $8 since I started, so that's pretty good. Some jobs don't give you good raises. Like my mom works at Amazon, and they give her like a 10-cent raise every fucking 20 years. No, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, they don't give her too many raises, but they do have a great schedule. She works Sunday through Wednesday, 4 10-hour shifts, and she's off for 3 days. I would love that schedule. I work every day basically except for 1 day during the week and Sunday, but when you start out at the post office, you work every day pretty much. Now at my office, they used to never give out days off like candy. All the CCAs, what they call them when they first start, they get days off. Sometimes they don't even have to go on Sunday. Usually they do. But yeah, when I was a CCA, there was a period of time where I worked 16 days in a row, including Sundays. That's over 2 weeks in a row. And the last day I had before I was off was on the longest route in the office. And I got screwed, and the supervisor had the nerve to rub my back and be like, "You're okay." When you're the one that fucking caused me, you can easily give me a day off. Like, seriously, get your rubbing shit out of here. Fuck you. I'm so glad that woman left, or quit or something. No, she didn't quit because she works in another office. But we have pretty good management right now, I would say. The best supervisor I had was Brian, though he was really cool. But even when we had 3 hours of overtime, he was very chill. Once COVID hit, everything really changed at the post office. But yeah, I usually, unless we're short staffed, I get off at 4:30 every single day. I miss when we started at 7:30 and we got off at 4. And if they give us a no lunch, I get off at 3:30. Oh my gosh! Now no lunch. You could still eat, of course. You just can't take your 30-minute break. But hey, who's going to stop you if you do? But you're just not going to get paid for it. That's the thing. People skip breaks, which is horrible. People, like in the office, it's really stupid because they give us an office break 15 minutes into when we clock in, and half of that's a service talk in the morning where the manager has to explain, what's going on, if there's any updates, safety talk. So you only get to case up a couple things in your case, and they're like, it's break time. They don't say that, but I'm just saying that because you guys wouldn't understand what they would say. But yeah, it's break time. The regulars, the guy. I used to go outside with my coworkers, but since summer hit, I've been staying indoors in the air conditioning. That they were without for over a year. They finally got it right when it started getting hot. So, yeah, that helps out a lot. But it's really good air conditioning, though, I will say. It's very, very cold. You'd be freezing in there. My glasses be fogging up when I walk outside. But if every day was like today with the weather, oh, my gosh, please. But anyways, yeah, I would not get any days off. And there would be times where I work 9, 10, 11 days in a row here and there. But now you get a day off. These CCAs get a day off, which I was never promised. You would only know if you were working once you came back at the end of the day and you saw your name on the schedule or not. And then sometimes they'd have the nerve to call you in the morning on your day off and ask you to come in. Excuse me, that's why you don't answer the phone. Unless you want to come in, which some people do. Some people want overtime money because it's good money, especially when you get double time. Like, oh, your paycheck can add hundreds of dollars more, especially the older carriers who are making like $37-38 an hour. So if you're getting double time for like an hour or two, that's 76 times 2, $152 extra just from one night of working 2 hours of double time. And even with the overtime, it's still very good. That's like basically $58, $57, $56 an hour for 2-3 hours. Like, man, I think it's after every 3 hours, or it's a maximum number of hours you work and then it goes double time. Like during Christmas, it's really stupid though, because during Christmas time they get rid of penalty double time because they know everyone's going to be getting it. So that's kind of bullshit. But during you have an opportunity to make a lot of money at the post office if you stay there. I joined when I was 19 years old. I got in at a good time, right before summer started in May. I started at a good time to get reeled in, so I know what the post office is like before the winter started. So I know how to do it. But yeah, nothing prepares you for the heat. That's what I will say. When you work at the post office, the heat kills you. I cannot imagine working in Florida, South Florida, or even Arizona, even where it's like, it's not humid over there, but it's hot. I went to Utah last year and Arizona, and Vegas. It was 110, 108 degrees every single day, and that's hot. Okay, I don't want that. But it's almost just as bad here when it's 90 and humid as fuck. The humidity kills you. You shower before, or you shower the night before, whatever you guys choose to do, and you go into work. You already start sweating before you even leave for your route. So yeah, it sucks, and you get so sweaty. Luckily, I have an air-conditioned vehicle. I used to not, but I pretty much, I didn't steal it, but nobody was using it, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll just take this as my vehicle. Because those LLVs, the little box trucks, those cook you. You can literally cook a steak in there in the summertime. But the ProMasters are very nice. They're very air-conditioned, and yeah. And I'm close to my mom's apartment. by my route, so I just go there on my break too sometimes. But lately I've been sitting in my truck because the AC is just right there. It's just too hot. Even with her AC being on, it doesn't. You got to sit like right in front of it for it to feel good when it's that hot. But when it's this hot, you got to stay in your truck. Same with the mattresses, those Mercedes Benz that I'm not trained on, but those have good AC, I've heard as well. But the LOVs, little box trucks, that has a fan that blows hot air. I will say though, the LOVs, box trucks are good in the wintertime, except for the traction on the tires, but it's good at wintertime. And it's good for businesses. I would never want to take a ProMaster for businesses, because it is so easy to just hop in and out of that truck. Like with the ProMaster, you gotta go in the back and grab your stuff, walk out the side door, and that takes a long time. But in the LOVs, you just grab your shit, walk out, walk back in, you know. So that's the positive for them. That's the only negative for ProMasters. But I don't have a business route. I have one business on my route, but that doesn't count as a business route. You got to have like half of it, which all the business routes at my office are great. They're all just wonderful, because then you got like half walking, half apartments left on it. Like, woo, beautiful. There's a route at my office that literally everybody could probably get done by 1 or 2 o'clock if they just went normal speed. You gotta slow down. My route is really good because it's all walking. It's 404 deliveries, maybe less now since a lot of people are moving. Actually, I've noticed a lot of for sale signs, but not a lot of loops. You know, park and loop. You park in the street. You walk a set of houses. That's a loop. I have like 19, 20 loops, but I usually do 2 in 1 because I can carry a lot in my hand. Like I have the biggest 2-loop street that I do is the 3rd and 4th loop. It's 50 houses total. I counted on the case, and I could still do that in one run, like one in the truck. Like I grab my stuff. If I got to drop off some packages on the way to my park point, or if I got to drop it off after, I will do that so I can do 2 in 1. But if it's a heavy day, like tomorrow's going to be Advo Day, those little fucking newspaper shits ads that you get every week, terrible. I hate those, but they look very thin for tomorrow. Pretty good. I could probably still do 2 loops in 1. But when those are thick, oh boy, it's a bad day. And the Val packs too, and the DPS, which is the sequence letters that we get, like the actual mail. When that's in there, you got like 4 or 5 trays of mail. When you usually I've been having 1 tray, 1.5 trays every single day, pretty much. It's about 1.5 is about my average. I either get 1 tray, 2 at the most, 1.5. But that's a great day. And my route don't get that many packages like other routes. Like you'll see the hamper where they put the packages in, they throw them in there. Like some will be overflowed, and then you'll look at mine, it's like halfway filled. It's beautiful. Except for this customer that's been ordering shit every fucking day, like 3 or 4 packages a day, and they're huge. Just out of nowhere started ordering this shit. Come on. This has become a post office lesson therapy session for me. I appreciate y'all listening to it. Still 35 people in here, so I'm not that boring, am I? I got to do another live stream when some big event happens, because that's when the hundreds of people come in. I think for that Jake Paul live stream, I had like 400, 500 at one point, or the election one. Need to do something like that. So if there's any event coming up, leave it in the comment section below, leave it in the chat. Maybe I'll do it. But yeah, is the thumbnail actually you? For what? It's not because I never put myself in a thumbnail. So I know Vivek has. So yeah, Gen X, we didn't drink water. Yeah, water is very good though, man. I would recommend drinking it. Okay, wait. Oh, don't take Haldol, kids. Tardive dyskinesia sucks. That is true. I've heard of that. Stay hydrated, y'all. Shout out John Zook for being the number 3 fan. Who got fired? Some guy that commented. I forgot his name. Dude, how the fuck do I get one with no previous experience and no car? You could probably get you'd have to work somewhere close unless you'd have a ride every day from somebody. Somewhere you could walk. Like when I used to live in my apartment with my mom, the Section 8, where we were just poor. We had food stamps and everything, but I was still alive, still doing things that normal people do. I didn't have a car, and my mom did not like driving me places. But I worked at the Wendy's close to me. I just walked there every day, and that's how I got there. So you gotta get somewhere close. But if you can, I don't know. I would say some walkable distance or bike, and then the winter time, maybe you could figure out some sort of driving schedule or you change it up a little bit. But in the summer, I would say you can bike probably 15 minutes somewhere, so a couple miles. So yeah, you're gonna have to get like a fast food job, retail, grocery store, gas station clerk, one of those. And then once you build up enough money, then maybe you can get a car. But if you already have a place, you don't have a job, you probably don't. So you're probably living with your parents or your parent still, or living with a buddy or something. So you can save up. You could save up for that. But for me, I couldn't save up. Well, I still saved up, but I was giving money away to rent, bills. So yeah, and my mom wanted $400 for me to live in that Section 8 apartment once my paycheck started coming in from the post office. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get my own apartment if I gotta pay this much. But I get it. Apartments are expensive nowadays. Not when I did mine. They were getting expensive, but it was averaging $500 to $700. But man, average one bedroom apartment, even studios are cresting over $1,000. It's fucking insane, dude. So if you don't have a job now, I recommend getting one. Get something. I got fired 6 years ago. Been loving life mostly. That's good. At least as long as you love life, you know. If you could do things like, yeah, I would recommend doing that. Especially if you got rich friends and they want to pay for you. I know somebody that does that, who just travels, and he doesn't have a job, but he gets to travel everywhere and do all these fun things. At least from what he shows, like he's always going to Savannah, Georgia. He's going to Tennessee, going to all these concerts and stuff. Like, if someone can pay for you like that, they don't care, then by all means, fucking take that opportunity and run with it. But at the end of the day, you're gonna need to get a job. If you want experience before going somewhere, apply for FAFSA and go to a community college or a college that might accept you. Like I did when I was going to go to college for my substance abuse counseling. I was going to go to the University of Cincinnati. For my degree, it was just purely online, but I had no time for it last year. Christmas was terrible at the post office, like it always is. But yeah, I had no time for it. But yeah, if you want to go back to school, you know, maybe if you can go to school for a year, learn real estate, get into that. Just do something that, even if it's boring. Well, no, I don't want to say it'd be boring, because you don't want to be stuck doing something you don't want, you know. I mean, the post office, do I really want to do that? Not particularly, but it's something I'm good at, and I'm very stable with it. I'm very comfortable there. I generally have more good days than bad days. But, no, that's not true. I have a lot of bad days. It's half and half. But, you know, something that you can do, that you can tolerate, not something that is like, ugh, fuck this place. This place fucking sucks every single day, you know. So, yeah. Apply to the post office, apply to Amazon. UPS never fucking hires, because they got theirs all taken. And after 4 years you work there, you get $100,000 salary. So, and we do a lot more work than they do. They got heavier packages, but we still get very heavy packages. But they get dollies and stuff. You got to buy your own here and grab it if you want to deliver a heavy package. Most of the time I'm carrying 3-4 heavy packages at a time for a house, or like dog food's the worst, kitty litter. And on Amazon Sundays, you have to go to a bigger office and deliver Amazon UPS packages. And that's when they be ordering mattresses, bed frames. That's when it sucks. And it takes up all the room in your truck. But yeah. Oh, I gotta message my girlfriend. Whoopsie daisy. Um, oh, it's 8 o'clock already. Okay, I better get through these. Shit, I didn't realize it was 8 o'clock. Uh, Let me just skim through these. Temp J agency will drive you to a job and find you one. There you go. Shit, I'm. I let me check it. Um, Somewhere you can walk to even a corner. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. That's probably the easiest way to get a job. Just for a few months, save for a bike or car. Cars are not cheap like they used to be, which sucks. You can get, if you have credit, also start building up your credit. Get a credit card. Get the one that everyone approves of, and use little of it. You spend like a couple dollars here and there. Make something you can pay for every month, full price, not a minimum payment, and your credit score will go up, and then you'll get approved for a car you can pay for that's maybe out of your price range, but you can pay off. You can find a nice, decent 2012, 2013, 2014 car for less than 10,000 at places. That sounds like a lot, but if you save up your money 1,000, 2,000, and pay off for 5 years with the interest rate at like 17%. Let me see here. 10,000 times 0.17. So that's 11,700. So divided by, let's see, 5 years. So that's 60 months. So divided by 60. That's $195 a month. Plus your car insurance. You got to add another 120. You could find cheap. $315 a month. But yeah, $315. You just get a loan. And yeah, by that time you get a car, you can get a better stable job. You could pay for that. I would build up your money. Don't move into anywhere by yourself until you're stable. Live with your parents or a friend, a roommate that is offering you to live there for cheap. Or just ask an old family member. Maybe they'll take you in for free and they'll give you meals. You won't have to pay for nothing. Shit, I despise people who do that. But if you could do it, do it. My one fucking friend, he showed my best friend his bank account. Dude, he had we were both talking about it, and it's so stupid because, of course, you have the money. You're not paying no rent. You're not paying for groceries. You're literally just paying for your hobbies and going out to eat. No shit, you have $40,000 in there. I'd have fucking $100,000 if I didn't have my bills. For real. So, yeah. Do you take submissions for the tails or find them online? I take both. Depending where you are from, a bike is so much better than a car. That's true, and there's less emissions on the environment. Actually, none. So, yeah. Or you could take bus. So, everybody can't do online vids for money. We still need people to do real jobs, especially trades. There you go. You could do that. Meow was good, y'all. Hello. Even in my smallest town, an e-bike is better. I could bike to the city on back roads. There you go. Me too. Yeah, biking is awesome. You can't survive anymore in these 15-hour jobs. Even $25 an hour is hard. Yes, that is very true. But you got to start somewhere. I got an e-bike. It's swag. Honestly, I don't even know what an e-bike is. Let's see. Wait. Dang it. Oh, okay. If you get a bike and put your own e-bike motor on it, you can make it go like 40 miles an hour. Oh, okay. I've seen those before. Yeah, I see people driving those in the road. When Modafinil video, at some point. I really want to do an FL Modafinil video. I have experience with that. I might post about it. Also, just go around the traffic and avoid red lights. Swag. There's no retirement. I just do new doctor recommended crystal meth and forget about my problems. Well, that also, you can't be doing that while working. Gotta stop doing crystal meth. Also, a costly habit, not a good idea. I know you can't just stop out of nowhere, but you gotta force yourself to. I'll tell you what, this crack is really Moorish. I don't know what that means. 4 10 hours is preferable. Yes, I work 4 11-hour shifts. It's horrible. Just think though, you get those 3 days off. I would definitely take that. Sometimes I have to do 5 in a row. Just no life for the week. That's a job, man. You got to do it if you want to make money. Better than 7 12s bi-weekly, LOL. Yeah, that sounds not good. Is that a thing? Yes. Yes, someplace it is. Warehouse slave job, by the way. Of course. Definitely. My aunt and uncle retired from the post office. They said it sucks ass. It really does at some points. You just got to have good management and have a fully staffed workforce. When it's like that, it's a breeze. I'm telling you, it's not that bad when it's like that. My stepdad worked at the post office for like 20 years, mail handler. Oh, okay. I never did a mail handler job, so I can't speak on that. Yeah, he didn't like it. It's chaos. OMG, I just found this dude. Hello. I sweat a lot at work too, but I can't stop. Our managers start crying? What? They stop crying when you don't sweat a lot? I don't get that. You found a good channel. Yes, you did. Thank you, Indecent007. The best channel. Oh, thank you, Will Adams. A trip keeper comes to my house and we do key bumps and a cold high life. Just a joke. I don't actually do that. I'm not even being sarcastic. That's not what I do. I actually very much hate cocaine, and I don't drink Miller High Lifes anymore, unfortunately. Trip keeper delivering my Robotabs. I probably have delivered Robotabs. Smoke crack with me, bro. I don't know about that. I tried so many times to kick Kratom. Hey, never give up, though. Kratom free for 2 months. Let's go. I believe in you, John. Sarah, get a scale, make a plan, keep track. Okay. Yes. I lost an expensive part, $180 twice now this week at work. What should I do? Stressing out. Lost an expensive part. Are you like a mechanic or something? Or like what kind of part do you need? You definitely, I would say also, well, if you got a car, you can always do Uber Eats or DoorDash or Uber and make money that way. I was actually making a good, decent money on the side by doing Uber Eats. I just was terrible at it. So yeah, I might start doing Uber though. I don't know. Capital One, CCS, listen to him on this. Don't ever have car payments if possible. Well, that's what you want, you know. You can get a car for maybe like $4,000 or $5,000. But yeah. Thank you, Thomas. I can't tell anyone this, but random internet strangers, I have to quit quietly. I'm going to cold turkey this crap on my work break this weekend. Yeah, I did it kind of privately too until I fully opened up about my kratom addiction on YouTube, which really helped. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Trip Keeper? What's up? Do steroid / research chemical stories. You got some gym bro viewers. I actually did do steroid before, and I also did pre-workout before. There's only so many stories of that on there, and I actually have a playlist of research chemical stories. There's like 50 videos in there, so go check that out. I actually do research chemical videos quite often. Yo, dude, why is your Insta so hard to find, bro? Got banned and everything. Yeah, about my Instagram, guys, I don't have one. I have a personal one now for myself, but I don't have Instagram for the YouTube anymore because it just I made 2 of them. The one had 53,000 followers and they deleted it, and then I was getting like 3,500 followers on the last one, and they deleted it with no warning whatsoever. I had like a few community violations I'd get, but man, they come at you randomly. It's tough with drug content, you know. So I might make another one. I don't know. I just hate getting banned all the time. Okay, guys, but I was on here long enough. But yeah, I will update you guys. Might make one tonight. I don't know. Thank you for even reminding me. It's just weird not having. I'm used to my personal one now. But yeah, I will maybe we'll make another one tonight or in the upcoming days. So do more fake card / pen stories. Those are pretty cool. Yes, I do like those. Miss the DPH scary stories. Dude, you're not the only one. I miss doing it too. There's some great content in there, and you know they're all true stories too. Especially when they misspell and they format terribly. That's how you know it's a real scary. When they're seeing demons and they don't know how to spell and periods come in the middle of the sentence or they don't have any at all, that's how you know it's a real story from a DPH user who went through psychosis. So you better believe it. People who format correctly most are actually the most suspicious, but you know, when I uploaded mine, I do that because it's a pet peeve of mine. And some people who are still very good at it can do it, but yeah, you usually can tell when something's fantastical versus real. So, bye, mofo. Crystal loves you. I don't love crystal meth, but thank you for being the number 3 viewer. I appreciate it. All right, guys. I gotta go though. Thank you so much. Face reveal. I did do a face reveal on my old Instagram. It got banned. So, yeah, I'll probably post another one on my new Instagram. I'm not going to do it on YouTube, though, because, you know, I like privacy. Check out my story about a shared hallucination on DPH. It's a good-ass read. I might take a look at it for my second channel. That's where I'll probably do DPH stories from now on. Psychosis, it's basically, you know, you're delirious. You're seeing things, you're hearing things, you know, you don't remember stuff, you're having a mental breakdown. What's your ethnicity? I am Caucasian. See you, homie? Okay, bye-bye. What's the 3 mean? I don't know. All right, bye, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and stay safe out there. This will be on Spotify probably by the end of tonight in case you missed something. And yeah, so go watch on YouTube. Go check out. There's going to be a new video Wednesday. We'll surprise you. And yeah, go check out